All right, we're here with Garrukt. I was about to say Garrukt. We're here with Garruk, Cursed Huntsman, 6 mana, 5 loyalty. Its 0 is makes 2 wolves, and when they die, you put loyalty counters on your Garruks. This is the Garruk. -3 is kill something and draw a card, which is alright. And then the ultimate is you just have a permanent overrun, and that's pretty cool. Not the scariest thing, but what makes it scary is it comes out very quickly, right? Or it can. If the wolves don't die, it's not doing much of anything. But we'll see what Garruk looks like. I can't say I've ever seen anyone play this in the command zone, so. Okay. We got our creature package. That looks pretty nice. I'm a fan of the Nazguls, so let's see how the Nazguls do, right? Especially with this ultimate always being scary. The Tooth and Nail Gristlebrand Shieldred nonsense, creation of Avacyn nonsense, and probably light on removal and light on ways to get rid of my own wolf on my own terms. It's like Woe Strider or bust for that. There's more things I could do in this department, but for now I'm not going to. I'm gonna start like this. But there's a good chance I could drop like Scrap Heap Scrounger for that priest that like taps and sacks 2 creatures or whatever. But we're gonna send it like this for now. Even the mono black decks are having the turn 1 ramp spell. So Utopia Sprawl or Grazer? Probably Grazer. Yeah. So I have a few options here. Probably going to go the route of the mana option. Let's do this on black. And do I play this or no? We play this. We play this. My opponent did not cast their commander. Oh. I can't say I agree with that idea. I can't say I agree with that at all, actually. I know I have Bloodghast in hand, but I'm gonna get the Surveil Land. Oh, I can't. I can't get the Surveil Land because I didn't put it in my deck. It's always the Surveil Land. It's always the Surveil Land with me. I don't know what my problem is. It's always the Surveil Land I struggle. Okay, if my opponent is willing to do this and not cast Liliana, I think I'm just outright pulling farther and farther ahead. Looks like some kind of removal spell. It's best to just play this. It's less likely to die than the creature. Looks like they have the answer anyways. Yep. This is not going to survive if played. Alright. Another card they probably have to answer. That technically doesn't do it, right? Not sure what I do here, actually. Let's start with an attack here and put these here to incentivize a double block and smack them with the... Okay, they actually just chump here, but it still goes over. It's for less, it's a smaller number, but I mean, that's fine. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's play Growing Rights and just flip it. I mean, there's not much of an incentive to flip Growing Rights, honestly. Shieldred's pretty good. I will just play Shieldred so their stuff is worse. Like their black market connections and their Lolth card draw. Another removal spell. Yeah, I'm just running out threats. Oh man, that duress. Alright, GG. We did it. We beat all of the mana. Unless my opponent has something impossibly good here, which is, well, just not possible. Just not possible. Cool. Oh, if we had a green source... Oh, do I keep it with just trying to find a green source? I'm gonna keep it if I don't find the green source. Rip. If I do, yay. Probably the best idea. Making wolves and sacking them. Well, that sounds phenomenal, except even I'm already sort of trying to do that, and it's not working. So that doesn't have much merit to me. Like, I'm already trying to do that. I didn't draw a green land. I mean, I didn't miss my land drop. I can still, I don't know. I have to play an honest game instead. And so far, I haven't been able to afford to do that. It's probably just not good enough. But I need to draw land. Wow, opponent swung with the giver. That's insane. Now, I did draw the land, but it's tapped. Everything is like worst case scenario right now. This is actually worst case scenario. But, I don't know. Double Nazgul, they can't swing at me. Still swinging with the giver. That's nuts. I don't know the idea. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Thanks, game. So do I just create lands, play a land, and then Utopia Sprawl said land? Technically haven't missed my land drop. Still doing things. Still doing stuff. They did not make a treasure token. Did they make a treasure... Wait. Yeah, no, they didn't make a treasure token. I'm confused. They draw one? This is so weird. I've given my opponent... Oh. I don't know if you heard that. Given my opponent a lot of time. So, double Nazgul is interesting. At least one Nazgul. Maybe Black Market, because I have Tooth and Nail. Although Paradise Druid is sort of the same, but Black Market's more mana efficient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It makes blockers as well. It makes colorless blockers, right? So if I diversify my colors, the giver is worse. But I gave my opponent a ton of just free reign over this game in the early game. They yet again chose to gain life. At the end step, you've gained life, distribute... Oh, that's why. Alright, makes sense. I cannot block this, right? No. Distribute up to that many counters on any number of creatures. That is a lot of counters for one card to distribute. That's nuts. I've never seen this card before. Ooh, so Pock is interesting. It's giant. It's also green. And it gives me a second land. Yeah, there's no way this is wrong. So I have Tooth and Nail. And if I take any damage, I cannot... Oh, wait, the Black Market does damage, so I can't Gristlebrand Shieldred. Tragic. I can play this out, actually. We can just play this. It does have lifelink. I mean, yeah, right? That makes sense. If it bops my opponent, I'm happy. And then I can play Paradise Druid, and alright. We have a way to do something here. A way to do something. My opponent also missed their land drop. There's a lot of bad things that could still happen to us here. Alright, they drew a land for the turn. Mirari's Wake is not one of them. Alright, I think I win. Or I come to a very winning position. That is the most insane attack you could have ever have done. This has to be wrong. This is that's insane. All right. Yeah. I don't understand. I don't get that. Opponent was maybe I don't know. Maybe it was good. I don't think that was good. I'm all right. Yeah, it was legal. It was a legal attack. My opponent did not cheat. I'm just a little confused. Just a little confused. Yeah, I don't know what... We can kill their commander, right? It's a lot of value there, maybe? This is a lull play minute rock on turn 2 kind of deck. Alright, we did find the green source. Okay, they probably take the removal spell instead of the Delighted Halfling, which I am okay with. Yep, they actually do, in fact, do that. They probably would have taken Shieldred if they saw it. Probably, who knows. They do pay a lot of life. Maybe Shieldred is a big deal. This is also not a mana rock on turn 2. That's notable. Oh, Shieldred, no! So close. So close. Tragic. That would have been really good. So it looks like they have a 1-mana spell. It could be Dark Ritual, could be Ritual, who knows? Always playing Shieldred. Looks like it wasn't a relevant instant at 1. I'm not sure what it was then. I don't know how they held priority there and didn't have anything to cast. Mox Amber? I think it's Mox Amber, or Mishra's Bauble or something. Can you sacrifice this itself? Whenever you sacrifice... No, you cannot do that. Oh, look, I was right. Wow, I was actually right about that. It was Mox Amber. Okay, cool. It was Thoughtseize too, so I guess it could have been both of these. And I think I did name both of them, so I'm a genius. They probably take the spider? Actually, I don't... Do you take the spider? Yeah, okay. Makes sense to me. I have to not let them swing with Garruk to regain life. And that's probably more life to gain than they lose by getting hit by Shieldred in the first place. So I'm probably not going to attack. Although I could attack, I do have a Nazgul in my hand. I draw nothing. Sounds about right. Yeah, we're going to swing. I'll play the fetch land. Ooh, maybe I wanted to make the halfling the thing. Oh well. Probably not super important. Alright, I'd like them to lose 2 more life. They do, so they're at 9. Garruk not looking as exciting. They already have 5 mana going into 6 as well, so it's not like paying a bunch of life is something my opponent has to do. I played this, right? I think I played this before. Yeah, Delighted Halfling is the Ring Bearer. Yeah, it's surely thematic. They're from the same set, right? Yeah. I really like the Lord of the Rings cards. I really do. I think they're really cool. So we lose Shieldred if they minus, but this could have been worse, right? This could have been a lot worse, actually. Do they defend their... this thing? I was about to call it a commander again. Looks like they have reanimate. They'll go to 1, though. Probably fine, right? Oh, it's probably fine. Yeah, they go back up to 3. Alright, so now I think I'm doomed. They go up to 4. I draw yet another land. I can Garruk kill Shieldred. No, I can Garruk kill Garruk, right? And then force a chump block with the Shieldred. Yeah, this is more life than the Shieldred, so have to do that. And then I will always kill Professor Onyx. Or, I mean, I'll always attack it. And it can't be blocked. So we lose Garruk, and then I don't have much to show for it, but I think this is better than leaving their commander in play. Do we want to run Reanimate too? I guess we do. I didn't really think about that. I don't know. Tendrils! Oh, that's so bad. That's not good. Alright, Shieldred's a problem now. I can't recast my commander either. So. That was... If I was gonna draw something, that's probably a good thing to draw. Do I cast it immediately? There's probably no reason not to. And I'm not gonna get rid of this land. Rather my opponent not know my hand. And it could come into play later. If they replay their commander, I can just kill it. Starving Revenant. Surveil 2, then for each card you put on the top, draw and lose 3. That's a pretty steep price to pay, and let's see if they do it. You have to draw the ones you keep on top. They got rid of Davriel. Davriel has the ability to gain life here, and they didn't want it. This is probably good because all this is right now is a 4/4. Yeah, it isn't doing anything, and it's probably safe to just simply play this out. It also, yeah, this all makes sense to me. When can this do its thing? Whenever. I don't have to wait till my... I don't have to do it on my turn, I mean. This isn't a legendary either, right? No. They have 6 mana. They can pay, what is that, 6 life? Okay, now they can pay 4 life? Which is still a lot of life. And Crick isn't doing anything except being a 2/2, so is it worth even casting? I don't think I would cast Crick here. Maybe you just have to. Maybe you just have to. Opponent says yes. Another Nazi boy. I'm gonna take the opportunity to kill their commander. Because, I mean, they were willing to cast it, so I'm gonna remove the Mox Amber mana and just completely remove Crick from the game. There's no way they can reasonably recast it, right? And I'll probably draw here. Yeah, we're gonna draw. I wanna just create more issues. Wow, opponent just straight up took it. Yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. I think they just have to do that at this point. Tendrils of Corruption is so cool. It's one of my favorite cards ever. I love Tendrils of Corruption. That's cool to see. I gotta move these bottles, man, I swear. They're right where my feet's supposed to go. No, opponent. No, it has reach. Alright, shame concede. Tragic. Oh, wait, no, it could still be a sweeper. It could just be a sweeper. Right, that makes sense. Meat hook for 3, or excuse me, 5, yep. Alright, never mind. You got me. None of this is super crucial to me winning or losing, though, so I'm just gonna do that. Play out Nazi Boy, put it on a dog. Doge. Play out this. Woe Strider, hey, can I cast that right now? Oh my goodness, I can. Let's get rid of Shieldred out of the graveyard so my opponent can't reanimate it again, which I don't think is even possible, but... Alright, do you have another board wipe? Nope. Cool. Yeah, we just pressured the life total enough, and they couldn't capitalize on the life gain, and they just dwindled and didn't make it. And actually, there's a lot of times where he shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. He should have actually just played the land tap, because he didn't have anything to do with the mana anyways. So I'm giving you free information. Yeah, this I like them in, you know, Pauper, where they can't be played. Alright, let's put this out. We had this exact opener not too long ago. It was Goose into Black Market. Ah, opponent didn't play their commander. Slick Shot is nuts on turn 2. I feel like I would have plotted that 6 ways to Sunday. I will pay 6 initially, and then I probably won't do it again. And I will now pass, right? Or do I play this? I just play this, right? No, I'm going to just pass. I think it's better to do anything else, so... Another Hasting Prowess creature. Stormcatch Mentor. Okay. All of this is not my opponent's commander, which is interesting. I can pay 3 life. This is a little greedy. I mean, I am down 10 life against this deck. But I did it, so... You can't stop me. So we can final parting Gristlebrand and then not be able to use it, which could be a huge problem. There's no way I don't at least go for something. Now, is it Gristlebrand? I don't have to take... I could take Gargoroth. It's less life. It's... I think I should... I think this is an unusual situation where I don't take Gristlebrand. Because just the matchup and how much life I have. This is probably the right thing to do here. It's 5 life and it's a huge threat, so... They have to, like, bounce it or commit a ton of resources to deal with it. Yep, look at that. I was actually right. I could have still taken Gristlebrand, but yeah. Okay. Oh, it's Tiny Bones. Cool. Oh, hey, I have Journey. Even more cool. Alright. I was hoping I'd get a Journey game. Is this the 1 minute Tiny Bones? It's not. Oh no, it's the spooky, scary one. Tragic. Do they cast it? Oh, please cast it. Please cast it. Please cast it. You came here to cast it. That's right. Yes. Alright, this is huge. 2 into commander taxing 2 mana commanders is like really, really good. So, all right, Nazguls, get in there. Oh yes, we get the journey. Oh, we get the journey. Oh my goodness, we got the journey. So feed the swarm or bust. Otherwise, you can't discard my creatures because I'll just keep reanimating them. You forgot I could do what in Brawl? Did you plus here? They just did this? Oh no, this is actually really bad, isn't it? Isn't this like the worst thing you could have done? Oh, it's perpetual. It's perpetual. It's not worse. Alright, more power to you. I cannot ever reanimate that card because of what you've done. Alright, you got it. We're gonna put the ring on the Nazgul, for sure. Opponent should have at least waited to see if I put the ring on the wrong creature there. They just kind of made my choice for me. I was gonna choose the Nazgul anyways, but... Alright, I can reanimate Pock repeatedly. And that's pretty good. I've been told that's a very good thing to do. They are a discard deck too, right? And I have not seen a discard spell, and now all of them are pretty bad. Get 2 caves? You can't. It's a legendary. Can't do that. Haha! They did. They whiffed on a discard spell, so let's swing here. Yep, discard that. That's easy. Discard that. Easy enough. And reanimate Pock, or just do something else like this. Sure. I mean, I came here to do this. We're gonna do it. Alright, so they can search for a sweeper, or... I'm not really sure what else is good here. Blood in the Snow? Which is a sweeper. Okay, so I get my Garruk ultimate if I want it. It's, again, not really that great here. My opponent cannot... Creature from a graveyard. Alright, so I have to at least reanimate Pock so they don't steal it. That would be a little concerning, right? Yeah, we don't want that to happen. And then play a land. And I suppose I'll just ultimate because I literally haven't done it yet. So I'll just send it. Let's draw a card. Let's draw a card. I don't really want to play the knight. Doesn't seem super crucial. Opponent gets a Nazgul, which doesn't stop Pock's trample or really anything. Oh, the Davriel deal shuts it off completely? No, it does not. I would cash in a deal. Okay. Alright, they did that, so I can draw. I actually wasn't looking at what Davriel's deals got. I wasn't finding reasons to be salty. Let's see, did I find one? No. Sack 2 creatures, discard 2 cards. Okay, you got it. Necropotence. Alright, that's not good. That's not good. Now, I still have a pretty decent board state and stuff, but Davriel is uncontested, and yeah, this is pretty bad. It's beatable, though. They don't have infinite life. But 6 cards is kind of broken. I wonder if I should be running Necropotence. Probably, right? I also should not be activating this right now. Oh, this has haste. Oh. This just has haste. Oh, but I can't crew it, can I? Hold on. Yes, I can. This is really awkward, but I guess I set myself up to do this, right? So, do this. Reanimate. Pock? Or do I just play this? Yeah, we can just play this, actually. This is better. And then crew. Again, it has haste. Look at this thing coming in clutch. While it would be nice to put my opponent to a really low life total, Davriel could undo that, and that does not seem like a good idea, so. And this isn't going away, it still exists. Breach the multiverse. Each creature you control in that player's graveyard. So, if they steal Pock, it's a problem. I can wait. I think I'm going to take the chance that Pock is going to be the best hit that they mill, and just pull this into play now. So they can't steal it. But if they do find something else that I would have wanted to reanimate, that would have been nice. Alright, it looks like they didn't. They just take the O'Hare, which is awkward because you don't want it to die and get exiled. Yeah, so if this dies, it just gets exiled. Oh, they get Davriel back again. Jeez, this is the third time Davriel's been in play. But everything has trample now, and we have a 7/7 trampling equipment that is moderately difficult to deal with. Opponent's facing down quite a bit of damage. Necropotence does not work with Davriel's deal. Alright, looks like we got that card. I could cash this in to kill their blocker, but I think making 2 5/5s is just disgusting, so I'll leave with that. And look at this. 6 mana door to nothingness. Oh wow, I get the full 6. Yikes. Yeah, this is just, this is GG. Excuse me, the full 5. I have no idea what happens when you copy O'Hare with Pock. Okay, I've never seen that before. That was cool. Consuming vapors. Alright. Well, I can just tap a creature in response to crew the vehicle and kill him. Nice. Land is fine. What Thalia is this? It's the OG Thalia. Alright, so the tempo nonsense. That is a crawling chorus. That is wild. You got it. So I can't play Binding, but I can play Black Market, and Black Market is very, very good against mono-white, swingy with small creatures. Go on, play Thalia. You came here to do it. There's nothing else to do. Come on. What are you doing? Send it. Oh my goodness, opponent, please. How on earth is this not the right play? Yeah, there you go. There you go. That was a pretty good draw, but this is just categorically better. I can make a single 3/2. I can also just not make a 3/2 because their thing has first strike. I don't know. Crab is 6? I thought it was 7. Oh, it's 7 when you emerge it. I see, I had it backwards. It's like awkwardly, yeah, it's the other way around for that card. Unlike all the others. Oh, look, it's the best white card in the game. Cool. Love to see it. So, Dark Ritual is weird. I could just play Dark Ritual. It's not like it's useful beyond this immediate turn. Maybe it is. I just don't want to tap my Paradise Druid is the problem. Maybe I can. Kill Adeline block there. Take 3. Okay. Whatever I'm doing, it is absolutely dealing with Adeline. Otherwise, I immediately lose the game. Playing that has no merit. Alright. Did we beat the only card that mattered? There's also a lot of things the crab steals that are not very exciting. Protection from, what is that? Multicolored? Yeah, alright. So not too big of a deal. So it looks like they're only... Oh, they do still swing. Oh, right, because they want to flip the thing there. Alright, is Thalia an issue right now? I don't think so. Could just play this and make wolves. I mean, if this is the kind of game my opponent wants to play, I feel as though me making a bunch of 2/2s that, like in this exact spot, just seem really good relative to what my opponent's doing. So now I have to have a way to either gain life or... Well, that's about it. Yeah, just gain life. I can get Shieldred off of creation and just barely live. I don't know if that's a good idea. I can Final Parting instead. A few options here. This is also funny because Garruk gets to ultimate if any of my dogs die. So my opponent really does not want that to happen. My opponent's best bet might just be letting Black Market kill me. That's an attack. Okay. Yeah, that's a legal attack. Just to stop the Garruk ultimate? Does that make any sense? I feel like that doesn't make sense, because my wolves are still alive. Alright, I mean, yeah, okay. Sarah Paragon, alright. Love the flyers. So, treasure. I can cash in my commander to kill this, which is probably something I have to do. I can recast it too, right? I have to kill this Sarah Paragon, that's just a huge problem. I just don't want my opponent to garner value. Yeah, and we're just back to doing this, right? Opponent hasn't really gotten themselves anywhere. Alright. They're back to where they were with less creatures. And Garruk is still alive. Leyline Axe, Dark Ritual. The new meta. Okay, this attack can mean a whole bunch of different things. It could mean 5-minute sweeper, and they need Thalia to die or something. And I will gladly oblige. A sweeper in this deck would be kind of insane, so I don't expect it. Alright. Was no sweeper. Opponent is now in a pickle. I will make lands. Tired of this commie sitting there. And I can kind of just do whatever, because I'm just so far ahead now. Probably should have led with this at least. Vraska is actually a way to gain life, and it's a consistent way to gain life. Could just run that. Urgent this card is just good at dealing with whatever my opponent may or may not do, so let's do that. Probably should have swung with one less dog, because there's no reason to give my opponent an uncontested past attacker. I could have just swung with one less attacker there, I think, in my opinion. Not likely to matter, but alright, looks like it won't matter. We're just running out a bunch of stuff, and then Dedge. GG's. Oh, permanent overrun is so satisfying. Oh, they're still playing it out. Opponents, it has trample, though. It has trample. No, it doesn't matter. I mean, they know they're dead, right? They can't block it all anyways. Thalia is a cool commander. I've never really had a problem playing against Thalia. I think it's kind of a cool one. Okay, so this wasn't as good as another black-green commander that does something moderately similar. Like, there's other grindy Golgari commanders. I think it might be better, or at least more interesting to play than Vraska would be in the command zone, because we had just played Vraska rather recently. I came to the conclusion, rather quickly, that the ultimate wasn't very crucial to if I win or lose a game, it seemed, right? Honestly, just making a bunch of 2/2s felt like a stronger thing to do, and having a parked removal spell was just good. But sometimes, even with an empty board and completely getting rid of your commander, just to get the permanent overrun was worth it. I would prefer instead of trample or maybe like +1/+1 and trample, but if it just gave you a way to draw cards would be nice on the ultimate, so you could actually have a board state that matters. Because if a wolf died, you're assuming maybe it was a sweeper, or your creatures are being attacked. They are dying because a wolf has to die in the first place. So are you going to sacrifice your creatures just to make your creatures big? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's kind of going in two opposite directions, right? Both of these things can function pretty well, especially in black-green, right? I had Blood Gas and all that stuff. Those cards wound up being the weakest things. Scrap Yard, Scrap Heap, Scrounger, and the other ones and stuff like that. They just seem like the weakest things to do. Tenacious Underdog is kind of alright still, though. But sacking my creatures just to guarantee the ultimate wound up not really ever mattering. So Vraska was kind of meh, Woe Strider, and what was the other one? The spider, sacking a creature for the spider it didn't end up really being the way to go. I had some wins with, the final parting reanimate, Tooth and Nail, Gristlebrand, Shieldred, like typical other scam ways to win. Having a turn 2 black market was just someone, I think 2 people conceded to that, a turn 2 black market. Dark Ritual black market, stuff like that. I would say Necro Dominance and Necropotence are quite welcome here. I was thinking about cards like Guardian's Project or whatever, the 4-minute enchantment you draw every time you play a creature, but you could just play Necropotence and choose how many cards you do draw, and you can sometimes even play it on turn 1. It is triple black, and we are trying to, have to a degree, a green opener, so there is a huge downside to trying to get Necropotence in play really quickly when you really want a green ramp early turn, and if that green doesn't tap for black at the same time, then you're just not having a turn 2 or even turn 3 Necropotence. And maybe that's not a big deal because you could just play it later and just have something else to do. It's not like Necropotence immediately on turn 2 wins the game, but it just makes it so you just stay at 7 cards basically. I didn't like the idea of sweepers. I don't think they were ever crucial. I could have ran the Overlord instead of Topiary Stomper. It's probably just better than Topiary Stomper at this point. You could just run both. This one is interesting because it can become a creature by the time your commander ultimates, and you also have the option of playing it as a 5 and not a 3. The Defiler was kind of useless. This just didn't do anything at all. I didn't really look at the black one. There's one for each color. Maybe the black one is just better, but honestly, I don't know. I don't think this mattered. I just don't think this is the kind of deck for it. I think they're far more useful in monocolored decks, or if you're just heavy on one color, and we kind of weren't that. The Nazguls are just so impressive. Every time I play them in any kind of creature-based deck, it's just awesome. Even in non-creature decks, or non-creature heavy decks, the Nazgul package is really good. It takes up a lot of slots in your deck, but they do have Death Touch. They do loot. We are running Reanimate. You can draw, discard something. You can draw, discard. I'm just saying the Tempted Ring charges, the thing on the right there. You can discard Tenacious Underdog, get it back, right? This thing, get it back. Discard anything with this flipped in play, get it back. So I really just like the whole ring package. These are just so good. I can see why they're I think they're like $10 a piece now. Maybe not that steep, but they're I just like them. I like them. I'm a fan. So Garruk as a whole, not very exciting. Definitely not as strong as it's just a lot for 6 mana, right? It's a lot to ask to get this into play, and for 6 mana, it's not doing what you should expect cards to do at this point for 6 mana. It's just not really there, right? There's some 4 mana cards that have stronger text boxes, in my opinion, than this card does at 6. So it's just not really there. But when you do win, it's pretty satisfying, making a bunch of wolves and slamming your opponent in the face for a bunch of damage when that scenario happens. But it requires a fair amount of setup, and that's just kind of it's kind of but you are black-green, so you can be grindy, and you don't have to heavily rely on your commander to really seal the deal. So let me know what you thought about this commander. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.